It's Vlogmas Day 23! I'm going to go surprise my sister in my giraffe onesie because I am also going to be giving her a giraffe onesie. What? Okay, this is doing really weird things to my hair.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Merry Christmas!
Thank you.
Wear it.
Wow.
Let's give it a start.
How did giraffe do that hug thing? Yes.
You check in frequently to see how the markets are doing. But what you really need to know is how you're doing. Where do you go for that? Right
Please
here.
stop. Hello! Alright, so a couple people have responded really well to my get ready with me video where it was just my morning routine. So today, since I actually have an event to go to, we are going to be doing my makeup and I'll be chatting with you a little bit. Alright, I've never done anything like this before. As you can see, we are in my lovely dirty room. Right now I have no tripod, so I've just got my camera precariously situated. Gotta refluff the brushes because I washed them yesterday while I was answering questions on my Instagram story. First, I'm going to use a primer. The Professional from Benefit. Today is going to be another Christmas party with my friends from high school. And I'm really excited because one of my close friends, Roland, is coming back from Japan. And he also got me zooms. So I'm excited for that. Hoping, but he won't tell me like what he got me. So, in typical Roland fashion, he's been doing that to me ever since high school. The thing about my face and primer is I never know how much primer is too much primer. I just know that when my face feels smooth, that's like a good amount, right? I don't, if you guys are like watching me apply to the same spots, you guys are probably like laughing at me and be going like, oh my god, there's so much primer there. Yeah, I suck. And then also something that I've never had to restock until recently, like why did it have to happen during Christmas when I am literally the most broke that I've been all year, is the Benefit Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow in I'm So Money Honey, which wasn't the original color, what the color was originally called, so I'm a little skeptical. But I will be using this type of brush. It's like one of those hype products that people talk about, and I just got mine from G Stage. Come on. Oh, a little too much. Bop, boop, 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 boop. Question, do you guys put on concealer before or after you put on your foundation? Because I put mine after foundation because I personally believe that foundation is like your base and then concealer is where you fix the rough spots. I could be wrong. I could be really wrong. This is why I'm not a makeup guru. I'm not even looking at you guys. I have to use my mirror. It's really funny. When I got the mirror, it's supposed to plug into your wall, and I wasn't going to make a hole in my wall, so I used my electrical engineering skills and stole a wire thingy from a really old computer downstairs and dewired it, and it's been working pretty well so far. I mean, my mirror hasn't exploded or anything, so that's what I mean by it's been doing really well. For the concealer, I've been using the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer and Corrector. I got it in a package that Clara Marshall gave me when I bought from her Poshmark. I'm a little sad. One of the trench coats that I've been eyeing from her channel, like 5 million years in the making, got sold recently on her Poshmark, and I missed it. Alright, so now I'm going to be using the Urban Decay optical blurring brush to just kind of pat it all into place. And now I will be using Benefit Give Me Brow. I don't know what the new line is now that they've changed it and it's all like silvery. Like the only thing I have is the 3D brow tones in the shade 4 as like a highlight thing, but this one is the medium deep color, and because my brows are obviously pretty dark. I only use brow gel to kind of clean up the lines a little bit. Honestly, my eyebrows are all my esthetician's work, and then I just keep the shape really nice looking. I don't do anything super elaborate like penciling it in because I have no tolerance for that, and I honestly don't think that I need it. I just saw this article on 17 saying that, and yes, I still read that even though I'm 22 years old, but only the online version that you see on Facebook, that the Instagram brow needs to die, where it looks like super blocky instead of feathered. And I agree. I never really liked how some people do like super blocky brows. Like, don't get me wrong, some people like they pull it off pretty well, but I never believed that I was one of them. Like, it doesn't look blocky, right? It looks natural. That's what I think. And then after I apply the main brow gel, I kind of just go over it like a few times with the 3D brow tones, like I said, just to give it, you can't really see it on camera, I think, but in person, it kind of just softens it up a little bit. And that's what I like. Now, for my eye primer, I've been using the same one since like high school, and that's the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original. Also, you can tell that I stocked up on a crap ton of these by the fact that the packaging is still the old-fashioned one versus the new one, which has the brush. So, other than my Sephora crease brush, tapered crease brush, I mostly only use the Naked palette brushes. I've never really bought eyeshadow palette brushes because I'm really boring. Alright, so my go-to is the original Naked palette, and I really only use like 2 colors, which is Naked, this one, here you go, and Virgin. So occasionally when I want to darken up the look, I will use Buck. And then for a while I was really into the natural smoky, so that's why I've definitely hit pan on that. So today I figure, why not go a little darker? Now, I really suck in makeup. I just blend the shit out of it. And it just turns out okay, like somehow. So we're gonna take Buck on my crease, just kind of create a soft line. This is using the Naked 2 palette on the thinner side, and then try and replicate that shit. Like, do you see what I mean? I just kind of like drew a line right where it creases. Okay, and then using the back side, I'm just going to take Naked and blend the shit out of this, so that way it looks more natural. I really can't close my eyes while doing makeup too, especially my left one. As you can see, I'm like having an aneurysm over here. Also, because I'm doing a freaking get ready with me, I just realized right now I didn't apply bronzer or setting powder. So we're gonna do that because I suck. So, trying not to get too bronzed here because I have not been in the sun and it is winter. Just gonna suck it in and apply. Then create the iconic 3 shape. So we're gonna touch up the head and then go on my jawline. Hwah, hwah. There we go. I like to keep it a little lighter on top, otherwise it looks like I got sunburn on my forehead. And then really sharp with the jawline because I have no jawline. Because I have a round face. Giving it a quick swoop and a brush to try and thin out the nose a little bit. Because y'all know I got a big one. The big ass nostrils. Going to cover it all up a little bit with the, oh, by the way, I was using Hoola Benefit bronzer. And now for setting powder, I'm using the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. And I don't like the new packaging because I've never ever used this in my entire life. It just keeps lifting. So now using a blush brush, I'm going to look like a ghost. And you're probably wondering, Kristen, are you going to highlight? No, I suck at highlighting. This whole makeup guru life is very obviously not my life. Alright, going back to the eyeballs. Gonna smoke these out a little bit more. Oh yes, blend the shit out of this. And then using my crease brush, really blend the shit out of it. So that way there's no lines. Taking Version, gonna highlight the brow bone. Yes. Use Naked a little bit to warm it up. Ta-da! That's as good as it's gonna get, honestly. Using my holy grail is definitely the Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. And we are going to see if I can get a good wing. Hopefully. Shit. Okay, so I just kind of create a line, connect it together, and now I'm going to fill it in the best I can. One done. Let's try to replicate it. It never goes the way you want it to. Shit, biscuit! Alright, using Nature's Makeup Remover, aka Spit, and a Q-tip, we have fixed my eyeliner. So I'm going to leave that alone because there's no fucking point of me creating a really sharp point when nobody really gives a shit, honestly. So I have decided, let me breathe. So I have decided to highlight just a tad using Tarte's Park Avenue Princess. I don't know what it's called, but it's this really nice champagne color right there. So we're going to use this fan brush that Millie gave me. Can't even see this shit on my face. Oh yeah, you can. Sort of. Like that makes a fucking difference on my face. For mascara, I will be using the Ciate London Wonder Wand Mascara. And to curl my lashes, I will be using the Shiseido Eyelash Curler. That's what it's called. Yep, I didn't have a struggle with that at all just now. I love it because it suits Asian eyes perfectly. No pinching! I think mascara faces are honestly funnier than sex faces for some people. Because I know I look like a weirdo. Oh my god, I just got mascara on my fingers. Oh. Alright, while we let that dry, oh, I'm gonna put it on the Q-tip. That just made it worse. Ooh, get the shit off! Alright, finally, also to let this Fuck my life! This mascara still wet. So for lipstick, I am going to be finishing off with a taupe color from the Katy Kat Matte collection, Katy Perry CoverGirl collection, in the color Cat Tour. Alright, as good as it's gonna get. I've been saying that a lot, but you know, that's kind of how I am. I'm really not good at this. Alright, sewed it in place. I have still not finished this from freshman year of college. It is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. It is great. It gives me a dewy finish on, you know, this freaking, yeah, I'm just gonna spray it. And that's how I pretty much do my everyday makeup. Variation of lip color sometimes, depending on what I'm wearing. And if I'm going to a rave, sometimes I'll throw in Toasted, Hustle, and Smog on the Naked palette to give it a darker color, because you're in a rave, so of course it's, you know, nightlife. And then also for a rave, I will throw on really dramatic eyelashes. So lately I've been using either Dolly Wink, Ardell, or Benefit. Benefit was the one that I've used for so long, but they're so expensive. They're like $15 a pop. But they're like really good quality, and if you keep them really clean and, you know, like organized, aka you like peel the mascara off, or you don't use mascara at all, you can reuse it. I think I've gotten away with it like 3 times before I felt like a little uncomfortable reapplying it. But today it's just a dinner, and honestly, like, this whole lipstick is probably gonna come off in like 5 minutes, and I'm not even gonna bother reapplying it because I'm gonna eat. So yeah, was that exciting, guys? Like, I feel like I've never done a makeup look thing, even though it's been the same for like 6 years. So I will see you in a bit. All the chipmunks.
So I recorded your reaction to the thing.
Yes. Thank you. Dude, your tree rotates.
Yeah, it sure does.
That's so extra.
It's done that since 1995.
Dang. Hello. I'm glad that you're not super tall, because I hate having to go like this. Okay, anyway, that's enough of a really awkward intro. All right, I have no idea who's coming today to our high school reunion dinner, Christmas makeup. This is like already like the second dinner, and I don't know who's coming. This is the worst intro ever. I hate this. Wait.
Roland's here! Oh my goodness! Like, how are you?
You have
Guys, just like in a corner.
Japanese, like you don't even know.
Look at his mustache.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
People that you don't know, just make sure that you greet them and then ask them for their blessing.
How do you zoom?
Hi, I'm glad you found the right house. Why do you have yellow umbrella?
Boy, it's here.
Oh my god, do you
What?
guys have a yellow umbrella?
Yes.
That's amazing. I want a yellow umbrella.
Alright, so we are approaching the end of Vlogmas soon. This is the end of Vlogmas 23. It was a long one, but I honestly didn't know how much I was gonna film. Luckily, my friends filmed a little bit for me. Yesterday was pretty fun, aka what you're watching right now. We went to dinner and we chilled for a little bit, and I wasn't really with my friends for a good part of it because I was trying to get Vlogmas up for you guys. But after that, we caught up, played some games, and then I got really tired and fell asleep on the floor like a loser. So yeah, that was that, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!